Tres leche cake is a traditional Latin American dessert. There is some dispute as to where the cake was created, but most historians will say Nicaragua. However, with that said, Mexico holds the strongest claim to the honor. Many who grew up in Mexico will tell you that tres leche was the cake they could expect to be served for birthdays, graduations, and weddings. I'm making this tres leche cake for our friend Jose's birthday. To make a tres leche cake, you will need 1 boxed yellow cake mix, 3 eggs, 1 cup of cold water, 1 teaspoon of vanilla, 1/4 of a cup of vegetable oil. For the milk syrup, you will need 1 can of sweetened condensed milk, 1 can of evaporated milk, and 1 cup of half and half. We emptied our box of yellow cake mix into a large mixing bowl. I'm now adding my vanilla to my water to the cake mix. There's nothing easier than this recipe because it all comes from the store. 1/4 of a cup of vegetable oil and 3 eggs. Just dump it all right in. Then using an electric mixer, we're going to beat this until it's smooth. Remember to stop beating and take your spatula and scrape down the sides, and then continue beating until it's completely smooth. Prepare your baking pan, 9 by 13. I'm using an aluminum pan with a canola oil spray or grease, and pour your batter directly into the pan. This batter will then go into a preheated 350-degree oven for 20 to 25 minutes. While our cake is in the oven, it's time to make our milk syrup. Tres leches means 3 milks. So we're going to start with 1 can of condensed sweetened milk, 1 full can of evaporated milk. Keep stirring. You want to blend this all together to make the syrup. And it does take a while to get it all blended together. And your final addition, your third milk, 1 cup of half and half. It was in the 1930s when the Nestle's company moved plants to Mexico and other South American countries to produce, among other things, canned milk. Fresh milk was unavailable in remote areas, and canned milk became a staple during World War II. In the 1940s, Nestle's printed the recipe for a tres leche cake on the label of their condensed milk. So Nestle's has been held responsible for taking tres leches mainstream. Our cake is out of the oven and has cooled to room temperature. So now you would need to take a bamboo skewer or some sort of tool and just go all around the cake and poke holes in it. And this will help the milk syrup to be able to be absorbed. Once you're satisfied that you have it well skewered and poked, it's time to just start pouring or ladling your milk syrup over the cake. This is going to seem like a lot of milk syrup, but you need to use the entire amount. It will absorb. After we've added the syrup, this gets covered with plastic wrap and refrigerated overnight before it's ready to serve. This easy-to-make cake is always popular. Served with fresh berries, ice cream, or whipped cream, it's sure to become a family favorite.